Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my lovely peoples. Wherever time it is, wherever you're watching this, I welcome you. And I thank you for watching this lovely video. By the title, I'm sure you can already tell that today we're going to be talking about this lovely piece of art right here. Footbinding, Feminism, and Freedom, the liberation of women's bodies in modern China. Now, this book was written none other than Fan Hong. If you don't know who Fan Hong is, let me catch you up to speed really quickly. Hong is a professor and director of the Irish Institute of Chinese Studies at the University College of Cork. Now, having a background in socialism regarding women's exercise and also Chinese history, Hong takes an interesting approach to this book that sets its sights on the relationship between women's exercise evolution and also the physical female liberation in China specifically. Now, published in 1997, the writing takes a close look at women over a 100-plus year period, covering the Opium War to the communist takeover in 1949. I found this book, actually, in the GN section of my local library, and right off the bat, as we can see, we're greeted with this nice, calm cover image of a man and woman in traditional Chinese clothing, and the man is actually overseeing the woman binding her feet. Now this, paired with this bold gold text, really seemed to leave an imprint in my mind when I wasn't actively reading the book. But enough about the way it looks and how I got it. Let's get into it. Originally, I was intrigued by the actual illustrations in the book and the generally large text, which I thought would make it easy to read. But it was very quickly that I came to realize I heavily underestimated how good of a read this actually is. It was actually on page 12, before even the first illustration, that Hong screams to us her significance behind this piece, and saying that it's to fill a large missing piece in the cultural jigsaw that comprises a picture of women and their struggle for freedom in China. Now, as we can see, Hong plays no games when it comes to this topic. Right off the bat, she engulfs the reader in her language, and the book delves into the practice of foot binding, the cultural significance of it, and also the impact it had on women in China at the time. Now, the book offers a good critical analysis and serves as an important contribution, not only to Chinese history, but also women's history and the feminist movement in China. The book is actually formatted into looking at three different areas of social existence. It looks at religion, it looks at culture, and finally it looks at the political aspect. Now, seeing as that Western invasion was the main catalyst of all these things, religion and culture were the first to take the impact, creating an imbalance in social structure as Western influence and Christianity were pushing values and beliefs that were contrasting to those of the Confucians and of just general Chinese culture. But more importantly, the main factor of emancipation of women in China happened to be the political movements. Now, seeing as that the nation was divided into two states, the nationalists and the communists, the views and values of exercise for women, they were different, but they were founded upon the same motives. The nationalists wanted women to be strong so they could produce strong babies, and the commies wanted women to be strong so that they could themselves be strong soldiers. But overall, the feminist movement wasn't the driving force of emancipation. It was actually the political agendas. The feminism was moving backwards, actually. Now, me personally, I really enjoyed this book, as agreeing with Dr. Ying Wu at Millersville University, who commends Hong for her incredible work put into this piece of writing. There are over 100 works in the bibliography, all primary and secondary sources, that have been originally written in Chinese and actually translated by Hong herself for this book, and over 1,100 lengthy footnotes describing each and every chapter of this piece. Overall, Hong's book of Footbinding, Feminism, and Freedom does a really good job of exploring socialism in China throughout the 18 and 1900s. Focusing on religion, culture, and politics, Hung truly paints a picture of words with the effects of Western invasion and the turning point of the dynasty which changed women's lives forever. Without a doubt, the coolest thing about this book is the amount of work that Fang Huang has put into it, and it's severely underappreciated, as we merely get a fraction of what has actually gone into this. If you guys happen to stumble upon this book, I highly recommend it, and I really suggest you check it out. And if you're already lucky enough to have read it, I do suggest you leave some comments in below. Your opinions, thoughts, critiques, whatever it may be, I'd like to read them all. And anyways, guys, that is all I have for you today, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.